I want to show you how this slide works, especially for heavy stuff. It's just so awesome.
Okay, you want me to go throw you down some duct tape?
So we've got this cargo slider in here. It's a really rare factory option, and I just want to show you how nice it is. So all my old Jeep stuff is going out of storage because I had to put the third row seats into the storage. Those old parts are just taking up room. Out with the old, in with the new. Today I'm going to show you about this really cool sliding floor I got from one of my friends in my North American LR3, LR4 Land Rover owners group. This sliding load space floor was a factory option. It can be fitted in vehicles with 5 or 7 seats. Part number VTO500010. Okay, so let's take a look at the inventory. I got this thing used. I might clean it up a little bit, but it's pretty awesome. It comes with one floor, and it comes with 2 lower track frames. There's 2 upper trackways. The rollers slide in these. And then 4 screws to mount to the vehicle and 4 screws to put the trackways onto the track frames. The factory cargo D-rings must be removed so that the trackways can be mounted in the same locations. I thought it might be kind of handy to show you the part number here, in case you want to, I don't know, just know how to get more of these. You can't use them exactly with this mount, but there's kind of an intermediate piece that they bolt onto. So I'm going to look into making some more, because maybe I could have a few extra tie downs. That would be cool. Plus the sliding load space floor I got only has 3 of the mounts. I'd rather have at least one on each corner. So you'll need to unbolt them, but I have movie magic. Install the lower track frames. That's these. You can see that there's 2 standoffs, and those go right down through the carpet, just like that. So, in order to install this, we just line up these mounts with the places that those D-rings used to be. Now, we're going to need some tools, and I'm just going to get mine right out of here. Perfect. I'm going to need I think it's a 5 mil for these ones. I'll use those next. And the bigger ones, 6 millimeter. We'll pop that right in here. Alright, to install these, we're going to use these. They are 6 millimeter hex. That'll hold. Next step. Install the upper trackways. Okay. These have a locating hole here, and there's a locating pin, so that's how you know where they go. We're going to be going right here and back there. Just kind of slide around till the hole goes in. Okay. Everything started before I use a tool. If you get everything started with hand, you know that things are going to go in nice and easy. Okay, there's a 5mm hex. Need a little bit more leverage. Gotta flip the tool around. Okay, solid. Insert the floor at an angle, then slide it back into the locked position. The floor can be removed the same way to allow access to the spare tire winch or to unfold third row seating. Yeah, so, you know, you might need to get under here to get to your spare tire winch. And so in that case, you'll need to take this out. All right, let's put this thing in. Just one thing here, I'm gonna line these rollers up into here, into the trackways. Kind of lift it up. And there we go. So there's a little bit of an angle to it. And now it's locked. Cool. So to take it out, I gotta roll it all the way back to here and then lift it up and it can come out. Just like that. There's a little angle to it. You kind of just find that angle and then you can feel it go in. The handle retracts and sets the latching mechanism, which holds the floor in place at several intervals for use on uneven surfaces, like a sloping mountain trail. So I can come in here, it's currently in position 1, and I'll put my hand right into the hologram here. And this is what I'm pulling in on. So when I pull in on this, I can come back and it'll stop at some predetermined locations. So that's nice. You can see it doesn't go anywhere when it's at one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. So that's kind of nice. And these last couple are a little closer together. These first ones are kind of bigger a little bit bigger distances here, but then it gets a little more, then it gets a little closer between the intervals. And of course, you can shut the tailgate, and then it's perfectly steady. Nice. Of course, you can stop at whichever interval you like. Now I'd like to show you the maximum range it can come out. That's interesting. So here it is at the maximum deployment, and you can see it's just flush here with the end of the tailgate. Alright, I'm already putting this cargo slider to use, and I want to show you how convenient it makes working with heavy stuff. So it slides right open, and in this case, I've got a bunch of old Jeep parts. I lost a carrier bearing on this differential, intake manifold, bumper brackets. That's scrap. This is a cylinder head. Here's the head. Let me show you the crack. Oh, it's heavy. So you can see where that head cracked right there. Yeah. 70 pounds. You know what? I got a crack between the valves. It overheated. That's scrap. And take a look. This thing's over 70 pounds. So, and even just your trolley jack and jack stands, that stuff's heavy to be putting in the cargo area. Here I re-geared the Jeep a while ago. I got a couple ring and pinions and differentials. Some old ring and pinions. And it's just nice to be able to toss this stuff on here and effortlessly slide it in. So, there you have it. That's the Land Rover sliding floor. The whole thing weighed about 60 pounds. It's pretty heavy duty, but it can hold 330 pounds. And that's the beautiful Land Rover it's in, of course. Exploring a nearby lake in British Columbia in that photo. So there it is. You're going to be adding 60 pounds all the time, and you can hold 330 pounds right there on that sliding cargo floor. You can find more cool stuff like this on the Slime Corp YouTube channel. This is a pretty fun one. A couple of Land Rovers out exploring some mountains. You might also see some videos where we get a little squirrely in this Land Rover. You might recognize some of the Under Armour here, my stealth sliders, air compressor guard. And so, you know, if you kind of check back on all 200 videos on the channel, you'll see when the Land Rover used to look like this. I put a big hologram of the first adventure I went on with that Land Rover, and you know, whether it's been modified after a couple of years or how it was when I got it, it's a really awesome truck. So yeah, check out some of those other videos if you want to see the progression. You can see, you know, trying to salvage those side steps. There's a few videos on that. Changing out the 19-inch wheels for these 18s. And many, many, many more things on this YouTube channel. So, check it out. We use augmented reality here. These holographic windows. And, you know, my goggles are about out of batteries. So I guess it's time to exit. And we'll get back to adventuring. This headset, it understands what I'm looking at, where I am, what my hands are doing, and that's how I'm able to make these videos. I'll use an application. This is an app here. You can see how it detected my hand there a second ago. In fact, my mouse cursor is on my hand. It knows how close I am to things. See how that light changes? See how these things grow? I can grab them. I can resize things. That's the beauty of augmented reality. I can still see the world around me. And I have the benefit of all of this incredible technology at my fingertips. This menu knows where I am. It's going to stay with me, follow me around. It's a 3D menu. And I think for now, I'm just going to stop recording this video.